Hi, I'm Selena Teams of Successful You. Welcome to our micro course on Author Website Essentials. This course will explore features of an engaging author website along with key points to discuss when hiring a website designer. As an author, you need an engaging website, but you don't need to become an expert web designer to have one. That's why I created this course to equip you with the Author Website Essentials. Let's do a course overview. We will discuss the importance of a compelling homepage, social connections, how to use them strategically for maximum benefit, use of your website as a marketing tool, inclusion of purchase links on your site, opt-in offers, and the last section of the course reveals the conversation points to discuss when hiring a website designer to create a site to build your brand and reach your audience. Slide number 3 covers your website navigational links. The pages of your author website include your homepage, author works page, author biography, your tour or schedule of events page, a newsletter, and a contact us page. Think of your homepage as your first impression opportunity. At a minimum, you want visitors to your site to pick up on 3 things. 1, it should be unmistakable that you are an author. It should be very clear and impressive what your current book is and is about. And it should be very easy for the visitor to your site to click and purchase your book. In order to make this impression on your site visitors, you want to make sure that you are using a high-resolution photograph of your book cover. You include a tagline. This could be a hook question if it's a fiction book. If it is nonfiction, you might want to include a powerful fact or a benefit that readers will get from the book. You're also going to have an About the Author section on your homepage. This is going to include a photograph of yourself. This photograph should harmonize with the book cover photo that's on your site. They should be consistent in tone and theme. In other words, you don't want a very bright and sunny photograph of yourself outdoors if your book is a suspense mystery thriller. You want the pictures to harmonize for the right effect on the viewers of the website. You want to include reviews that you've received on your book, and you want to list those by the most compelling reviews down to the least. You want to include links for people to purchase your book right there on your homepage, should they not decide to click further into the website. You want to include any logos from media sources that have featured you or your book. This is going to increase the credibility of your book in the eyes of people that are, reading your website. Additionally, if you have any literary accolades, such as you were a winner of a book awards program or a runner-up in a book awards program, that would be noteworthy to include on your site. And by the way, if your current book did not receive an award, but a prior book did, you want to make sure that in your About the Author section that you don't miss the opportunity to reflect yourself as best-selling author of, or first place winner of, whatever the awards program was. So your home page is your first impression. It should be very compelling. It should be very interesting. and it should offer site visitors the opportunity to engage and purchase your book right there on the spot. Slide number 5, we're going to cover 3 of the pages on your author website: author works, author biography, and tour or calendar of events. The author works page is going to contain the backlist of your books. This is a library page, if you will, of books that were previously published, yet you are presenting the opportunity for new site visitors, people who have not been exposed to these books before, to learn a little bit about them. So on this page, you're going to include thumbnails of those books, the hook, question, or benefit that each book represents, that one-liner that describes the book. You're going to also include buy links or purchase links for each of these books that you have on this page. You want to highlight any media attention that you received during the time that you were promoting these books. For example, if you had done a radio or television interview, or had been a guest blogger on a blog radio site, share links to that content so that visitors of the site can now be privy to something that has taken place in the past and that might inspire them to purchase your book. The same goes for if you did YouTube videos. This is a great way to market books that were previously published. You can generate some additional new sales from these. Going on to the author biography page, this is the page where you're going to share some personality. You're going to provide some information to readers that gives them some insight to your inspiration, some insight to what your interests are as an author. You're going to do your best to be relatable to your fans on this page. You're going to include a photograph of yourself on this page. This is a biopic. This does not need to resonate with the thumbnails of book covers that are on this page. Just be sure that the photograph is high resolution and that the photograph represents your brand well. You want to be consistent in the way that you present your image. So those are the guidelines for the bio photograph, and the language that you use should be different than what's on your homepage for about the author. It should be a little more telling about you and make you a little bit more relatable to your fans. The tour page, the author tour or schedule or calendar of events, this is where you are going to promote your current book. You're going to share with visitors where you're going to be appearing. And even if it's going to be a virtual event, share that information because it gives your readers an opportunity to tune in to where you are or to show up where you're going to be. And that's an opportunity for engagement with your fans. Depending on what your book is about, you could very well have a very unique opportunity to market your book in a way that's not so mainstream. Good example would be if your book has to do with maybe healthy plant-based eating. A farmer's market or a vegan supermarket might be a viable venue for you to do a book signing or meet with fans or share some information to promote your book, rather than the general mainstream bookstore outlet venues that you might not get as much attention. If you choose a venue that's related to the theme of your book, there's a very good chance that you're going to meet your fans there, because the people who buy your book are interested in the very topic that you wrote about. So this gives you a way to target your fans. The next slide is slide number 6. We're going to talk about the newsletter and the contact. Last 2 pages of your author website. Your newsletter page is all about engagement. You really want to make sure that readers and fans can connect with you between the publication of one book and the next book, which could be quite a long time. Some authors, don't produce multiple books in a year. But in that gap period between book publications, a newsletter is a very useful way, an online newsletter, of course, is a very useful way for you to stay connected with fans, share information of interest to them. But you want to do this with an opt-in feature to give you an email, a name and email contact, so that you can engage with them when the next book is ready to come out, that you can market to your current fans when the next book is going to become available. One way to do that is by staying in constant communication with your fans. The Contact Us page is basically the way that you let your readers and website visitors know that they can reach you. So they may want to send you a question or an invitation, perhaps, to speak, or an invitation to market your book and promote your book with different organizations. So you want to make sure that you are responsive to the inquiries that you get on your Contact Us page. So use an email address that you are going to monitor and that you are going to respond to. With the proliferation of spam and other, email issues, it may be meaningful for you to tell the visitors that are sharing their email address with you for both the newsletter and the Contact Us that you're not going to sell their email information, that you're not going to distribute it for any source, any reasons other than for you to stay in contact with them. I believe that would give the visitors and people who are inclined to ask for something that you're offering for free, they'll feel better about sharing their email information with you if they know that they're not going to get bombarded with a whole bunch of sales information from sources that are not you. But I know that most fans feel good about being kept up to date with what an author is doing that they are interested in. So don't miss these 2 opportunities to engage with your fans through the newsletter and through the Contact Us form on your website. Slide number 7 is about social connections and the importance of an author being social. There are many tools, thankfully, available to the author to build an audience, to build a platform, and to build your brand through engagement. With the number of platforms that you can join, my caution would be to join the platforms that you can consistently manage and monitor. It will not serve an author very well to be on a site where you don't engage. Fans are there. They see that you're there, but there is no contact. So I believe that, while you can be on every platform, it's probably beneficial to be selective and use the platforms that you're absolutely going to be active on. You do want to set up author pages to be social. So there are some pages that you absolutely need to have. There's Amazon, Facebook. If your book is sold in ebook format, there's a very high likelihood that the platform that your book is sold on allows you to have an author page. You absolutely want to have those author pages set up, and you do want to periodically communicate from them, and make sure that they are updated. Goodreads and NetGalley are two platforms that you absolutely want to create an author account for and to engage on those websites. The Goodreads is an Amazon-owned company where millions of readers log on to that site, give reviews for books, and those reviews could make a phenomenal difference in publicizing your book and perhaps even driving sales and pre-sales of a book. So don't miss the opportunity to join Goodreads and NetGalley. NetGalley has more of a focus on the book cover rather than reviewing the book on substance. So two beneficial sites to absolutely have an author page or representation on. As you engage with fans and visitors to your website, keep in mind to issue a call to action. What I mean by a call to action is you're asking the visitor to do something. That may be to share some information, an experience, follow you perhaps on another platform, to share their email contact in exchange for something that you are giving away. The idea is that the communication to be two-way, not one-way, simply you throwing information, suggestions, invitations out to viewers and website visitors. You want to hear from them, you want to respond to them, and so you would do that by creating a call to action. From experience, from many studies, it's clear that consumers respond to offers of free things. So identify something that you can offer your readers for free, and you can even make it an opt-in item where they would provide you their email in exchange for the free item. Certainly that is a way to reach people and get them to engage, whereas otherwise they would not. Another fun engagement tool is to offer a challenge to your readers, your website visitors. People seem to be very amenable to not only taking challenges, but sharing those challenges among their own networks. So these are two ways that you can put out a call to action that could result in an increase in your number of fans and readers and subscribers. So that is what we want to talk about in terms of being social. This slide covers the website designer checklist. Your website designer knows that there are some features that you absolutely need on your site. The home page, the About Us page, the Contact Us page, the specific pages that are key to your goals of increasing engagement and building an audience. Those pages you'll have to discuss with your web designer so that they can build a site that meets your goals for brand building and building an audience. You want to make sure that you have speed, optimization, and simplicity with your website. Simplicity with your website includes being adaptable to mobile devices. You want to ensure that whomever is building your site builds it in such a way that your site can be seen easily and in an organized way on tablets and mobile phones. A good web designer has that top of mind when considering what you're going to need as a customer. Additionally, Google has a ranking of criteria for SEO that includes optimization for mobile devices. So your site may not show up very high on the Google rankings if it doesn't meet that efficiency point. You want to have a site that has speed, and that speed is important because visitors may only be willing to spend a certain amount of time on your site waiting for transition to pages and opening up links for content that you are inviting them to look at. Your site needs to be agile, and those files need to quickly open. Those files and links need to quickly open. There are about 9 tips that I came across in my research that would help with website speed. So a web designer that you are engaging should know something about the majority of these tips for website speed. So I'm going to go through them. 1 is clean up HTML document. 2, optimize the CSS performance. 3, reduce external HTTP requests. 4, minify CSS, JS, and HTML. Number 5, enable prefetching. 6, increase speed with a CDN or caching. Number 7, compress your files. 8, optimize your images. And number 9, use a minimalistic framework. These are 9 tips for website speed that should be very familiar and proficient with your website designer. Thinking about the website template that you're going to use to represent your author brand. You're going to have some choices of free templates and premium templates. WordPress is the most widely used program to build websites, and there are any number of templates available to you for this purpose. What you want to ensure is that you have a site with responsible design. That means it's optimized for speed, adaptability, mobile devices, and simplicity. So of those things we talked about just a little bit earlier, you're going to get much of that with a WordPress template for your website. In terms of free versus premium, the free templates in a lot of instances are very scaled down, do not have a lot of features. However, they are an option if you simply want a page and you don't want to spend money on particular features for your website. A premium template has a number of plugin features that make your site more efficient, that make your site effective, and therefore a more enjoyable experience for visitors that come to your site. A free template can be very widely used. So you won't be the only one using the template that you have if you get the free, especially the popular free template. So purchasing a premium template might be the cutting edge, the thing that sets you apart as an author, the look that reinforces your brand. Again, these are your choices. So take a look at what is available through your web designer and choose something that fits your needs more so than, something that is just available for free. Because if it doesn't benefit you in your goals, it may not be such a bargain after all. Thank you for joining me for the Author Website Essentials micro course. It has been my pleasure to deliver this course content to you. If you found it helpful, I would greatly appreciate a bit of feedback from you. So you can go to www.sypublishednow.com on the website page where the online courses are offered and provide your feedback there. If you would like to reach out to me or connect with me, I can be reached at info@sypublishednow.com. On Facebook, the website is sypublishednow.com, and the name of the Facebook page is Successful You. Again, thank you for joining me for this course, and I hope you found it a great benefit.